Well, a murder case in Brooklyn is thrown out. It was linked to an NYPD detective with questionable tactics.
And the man who spent more than 20 years in prison had his name cleared today. CBS 2's Sonia Rincon has the story. That is new at 5.
Derek Hamilton held his daughter Maya as he arrived in court for the good news.
From the day I was arrested, to now, I've maintained my innocence. And the same evidence that was there then is here now.
The only evidence that put Derek Hamilton behind bars for a murder in Bed-Stuy in 1991 was the testimony of an eyewitness. She recanted right after the trial, saying Detective Louis Scarcella made her lie.
He was a person that took a non-witness to the precinct and forced her to say that she seen a murder that she did not see.
It's the latest case involving the disgraced retired detective to be reinvestigated by the Brooklyn DA's office's Integrity Unit, which has found key witnesses were manipulated and simply not credible.
As a result, the district attorney has determined that the conviction against Mr. Hamilton cannot stand and should be vacated.
A judge agreed, even dropped the original charge.
This indictment is now dismissed.
It's a bittersweet victory for Hamilton, who actually got out of prison on parole in 2011. He's a paralegal now, having spent the better part of the last 2 decades studying the law, determined to clear his name.
I tell him all the time that you are inspiration because you believe in yourself. You believe that the system will one day come into existence and see that you're innocent and will prove that to the world, and today is the day.
It also helped that this block of Monroe Street and the building where the murder happened near Nostrand Avenue hasn't changed much since 1991.
Investigators were able to come back here and determine that the forensic and ballistic evidence shows it couldn't have happened the way eyewitness Joel Smith described. Lawyers on both sides agree it was all Detective Scarcella's story and that Smith wasn't even here.
Smith says she was actually at this Key Food, which was here back then. Hamilton says she was just as much a victim as he was.
I've spoken to her out the years. She has supported my effort to get out. She wrote to the governor. She wrote to the parole board. She wrote to everybody she could.
As for Scarcella, Hamilton says he belongs in prison. He's determined to help others who don't. In Brooklyn, Sonia Rincon, CBS 2 News.
Hamilton is the 4th person whose case involved Scarcella to be exonerated.